Happy Thursday, everyone. Hopefully you can hear me. I had a problem with my microphone. As always, some technical problem now that I switched to PC computer. But still, I feel that my streams are getting to a better level apart from some technical issues. So how are you all doing on this wonderful Thursday? I hope it's going well. And since I last spoke to you yesterday lunchtime, where it could have been evening or morning where you were, well, yesterday, this time yesterday, hopefully you've had some good successes and you've had some more challenges that you've had to work through. That's what we do as engineers, right? As techies, we always have to work through challenges. I am working through my fair share of challenges. I was meant to have a day off today, but I'm actually working with my client's kind of third-party supplier, trying to sort out some issues, and that's proving to be quite challenging, the back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth. So we've got a few people here. D-Raj, the first one to say me. Cool, great to have you here. Soham, hopefully I've pronounced that right. It says, good to see you back. Yeah, sorry it's late starting today. Had client meetings and had some technical issues. And I do think that someone submitted a pull request to my repo yesterday that I might get a chance to review in this live stream today. So let me know if that was you or if you're going to submit one. And D-Raj says, there's something for me today. Okay, awesome. Looking forward to see what you have. Let's bring that up on the screen. And it's official, right? Everyone can see it. It's now that side. I'm kind of covering it a bit. There we go, there. It's official. I have something for you today. Proof. It's there. Awesome, looking forward to it. Harsh, good to see you here as well. Hope everything's been going well with everybody. How is your Thursday going? Are you looking forward to, in the UK it's a long weekend this weekend, so we are looking forward to a long weekend. But we'll still plan to stream tomorrow, same time tomorrow. We will see how we go. But on Saturday and Sunday I'm going to be streaming hackathon. I need to talk about the details with the organisers, but I plan to stream behind the scenes for a couple of hours on both days. Hey Amadine, awesome to have you here. Loved your video, Amadine, by the way. It was really, really well done. Well done from kind of a content point of view. I think the information was really good. You delivered it really well. I was really super impressed. And then your editing was amazing. So that was really good. But hopefully it didn't take you too long to produce. Otherwise you won't be able to, I guess, produce so many and output so many. But yeah, it was really well done, really awesome. Eddie, do you still not write tests for your code? I'm actually writing tests today for my code. Thank you very much. Good to see you here, Jeremy. Awesome to have you here from South Africa. How is everything going? I guess, yeah, I was going to say down under, but that's Australia. It's really hot today. The sun is shining. I've managed to block out part of my window. So if I just kind of switch to this view, the camera's pointing at the wall. Bear with me 1 second and I will angle it better, but I have actually started covering. Hopefully that works. There we go. A bit more maybe. There we go. So I've actually started, you can see on the side here, I've actually started covering I will cover my wall and the kind of around me, this area with the foam. With the, what do you call it? Not egg foam, but like the kind of the pointy foam, like one of these things is the idea. So yes, that will help with reverb, but also the one I've just put one example one just kind of behind the screen. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, just to block out some of the lights. It doesn't like wash me out when the sun blares in. So anyway, back to me. All's okay in South Africa. We have 2 weeks into lockdown today. Cool. Yeah, thanks, Jeremy. The setup's going to grow. You can't kind of see it here, but I actually have another PC down here that is going to go on my desk somewhere. This is the streaming PC is there, so need to sort that out as well and somehow get that on the desk. Got to sort out all my cables and everything else. So yeah, got a few things to sort out. But thanks for saying it's cool setup. Soundproofing. Umesh, good to have you here. Yeah, soundproofing a bit to reduce that reverb. I'm using a lav mic today because my Yeti mic just isn't being picked up by Windows today. So this one isn't too bad for reverb, but the Yeti mic picks up a lot more. Don't cover the whiteboard. No, the whiteboard will still remain. I've just got some, like if I angle this slightly more over here, I'm probably boring everyone. I'm always talking about my office, but these are magnetic, so I can kind of, you know, these magnet around everywhere. So I'm only putting it just around this area a little bit from where I'm actually talking, like behind the Yeti mic. But the rest of the whiteboard is not going to be covered up, and it's an absolute mess. But you can kind of see the whole magnetic whiteboard wall. But yes, excuse the mess. But I will be covering up my kind of end of the room here anyway. Does this mean you're going to block out your window completely so you can't open anymore? I never open my window anyway, so by me covering up is only pure benefit of just not getting when the sun comes around in the afternoon and just hits here, like washes me out completely. So yeah, I will cover up the whole window. So it's fine. I don't really use the window anyway. It's all right. Amity says, I've been looking at building at some point a mobile system to get better soundproofing and stop natural light. Yeah, it's, I mean, the blinds that I have, I mean, you can't see because it's all kind of, it's so light outside, which is awesome. Not complaining of they've got good weather, but the blinds are, yeah, are kind of white and they are blocking a lot of the light, but still it just comes through really, really strong. Umesh has my first ever tip. Thank you so much. I've got 19. I don't know what symbol that is, but whatever it is, I'm really, really happy because it's the first person. It's the first. What do you call it? The first person ever to tip me, to super chat me. That's what I understand it's called. So thank you very much. That's awesome. I don't know if I can bring that up on the screen. Can I? No, it doesn't come through for me to bring up on the screen. But thank you so much. It's a small amount though. Don't worry, it's the thought that counts and I really appreciate it. Like I said, you're the first person to do that, so that's really good. So thank you. Andrew, how's the video today? Hopefully it's not choppy. I think Amadine and Andrew noticed the video was a bit choppy last time. Let me know how it is. So, yes, I noticed the link to your dev site, github.io. But yes, is it an open source project yet, Diraj? So I know you said you got a surprise for me, but is it open source? I don't want to push anything that is not open source. It has to be open source. Yeah, defo better today. Okay, awesome. I had a little tweak of the settings and obviously busted the Yeti mic. Yeah, we've got audio still, got a backup plan. Hopefully there's enough battery on it. We will see. But how's everyone else's day going? So kind of, enough from me and my command center. This weekend, I've run out of foam. So the foam that you saw like on the side, the soundproofing foam, that's all I had. I thought like 24 pieces would be enough, but no, not enough. So I bought another like 46 pieces to test it out again. But I'll probably have to buy another 46 afterwards to kind of do the whole kind of corner. But for now, I just thought to see how I get on. I should be arriving on Sunday, so next Monday, you'll get to see a bit more of it taking shape. So we will see how it's going. Definitely better today. Around a bit more. Then we move around a bit more so we can check. Okay, move to the left. How's the video? Moving to the right. I'm not doing a dance, yeah, hopefully, and I can maybe animate between screens and videos and stuff, and you can see how that animates too. Just see how that is. I can bring in my title below. This is me. If you don't know who I am, you clearly do, otherwise you wouldn't be here. And yeah, let me bring someone else's chat in as well. Here we go. Umesh, I can't bring in your donation part, but I can bring in your soundproofing comment. So yes, and thank you again for the donation. This is the repo. Okay, let's have a look. Let me have a look. https://github.com real code vengers / Rook Avengers. Okay. I think the proper URLs are blocked, so that's why I think it's done like that. Let me bring it up and have a look. Let's see. I have to kind of change all those. But I don't really need the whole URL from you. I just need the I think Andrew's right. You just need the kind of the owner, so the user or the organization / the name. But it's got github.io. Oh, it's because right. Okay, I've got it. Let me have a look. I think I can figure it out. Right, we're all smart-ish here. We can figure something out. Let's have a look. So GitHub. Let's just try that. Okay, Code Avengers. Right. Let's have a look. Let's bring it up and have a look. Let me move some of my windows around, and then we can bring it up. Some more open source coding today. Loving that, right? That's what I'm about. So if I press this button, hopefully magic will happen. And you should see my screen. Yes, some magic happened. And I remember when I bring up the socials, it covers my face. So I won't do that today, hopefully. So this is the project, open source. Okay, looks good. Not sure about like the capital beginning of the file names. I don't think that looks really good, but maybe that's just personal opinion. No README. Okay, I gotta raise an issue for you. Missing README. There you go. That's all you get. Gives me an extra green box for my contributions today. Did someone else want to raise that? Sorry if someone else did. We'll find some more to raise. I think someone should raise the issue about having a capital letter at the beginning. I really don't like that. So if someone wants to raise it, and then Dheeraj can choose if he actually wants to do it or leave it or not. You don't have to do it, and also everything just seems to be in one place. I would suggest putting CSS files together, like maybe under assets, and then under assets you have CSS folder, maybe images folder, and then you can put them all over. All in one place. What do other people think in terms of suggestions on this repo? Let's see. I've noticed using JPGs as well as PNGs, but I think it's more icons and images is what I'm guessing. So that's probably okay. But definitely need a README. I've raised that issue. I can even create you a README. Is someone else, unless someone else wants to create the README, I'll let someone else create the README. So who in the chat, write README if you're going to create the README. And also someone raised an issue about having capitals at the front. I think we should raise an issue about the assets folder. Should I raise that, or is someone else watching going to raise that? Let's have a look. Group assets together into assets folder and sub directories. Something like, I guess, assets / and the images. Assets / what else did we see? CSS as an example. Should I hit create? Is someone else going to do it? I'm happy to get the contribution, but my GitHub is looking pretty busy already. If I refresh it, I should get a green square for today for the first issue that I created. I have 2085. Yeah, we can make 2100, right? I can get that if no one else wants to do it. Create. Beat you to it. No one said me in the chat, so I did that. What else? We can look at some of the code, right? So we can have a look. Let's have a look. Where's the index? Index I. There is no index. Oh, it is because it's lowercase. Yeah, okay. I definitely need to raise an issue to have everything consistent. Shall I raise that? Anyone else want to raise it? Come on, we've got quite a few people watching. Someone's going to want to raise it. Consistent file naming. files should probably start with a lower case letter. No one else, wants to contribute. Just me. It's okay. Look at my green boxes are going up. So 85, 2085, 2087. Got 3 open source contributions today. Not bad. Not bad for for a working day. If you have a look at index, you want to dig deeper into the code. I mean, it looks pretty straightforward. So looks clean. Yeah, I can't comment on that. Looks fine. But yeah, looking good. Keep pushing it forwards, and hopefully, yeah, it looks good. It's always about making improvements. So, how has everyone else's? Let's go back to this, right? How has everybody else's day been going? I can see. DRaj is working hard on his open source project, which is now open source, so I'm really happy with that. How is everybody else doing? How is the isolation working for you? Are you enjoying working remotely? Did you work remotely already? And what challenges do you have for tomorrow? So if you tell me about your challenges you have at the moment, then tomorrow I can check that you've completed those challenges and moved on to the next set of challenges. Because that's what we do, right? We're always going to have consistent challenges, but as long as the challenges keep, I guess, changing, so that it's a bit like finding. I think I said yesterday, finding bottlenecks in performance in your code or anywhere else. Whenever you fix one, you kind of come across the next one, because there's always going to be then a new bottleneck. Nothing's going to run completely perfectly. So yes, let me know. Visit the site. No, you need to put a screenshot in the README. I'll raise an issue for you. Here we go. Raise an issue for you. Add screenshot to README. There you go. Another issue. Okay, you want me to visit the site? We'll visit the site quickly. I think everyone can see my screen, right? Have a real quick look to see how it's going. It is open source, after all. Oh, okay, nice. That's pretty cool. Okay, I think you're quite proud of that, and I think you deserve to be. That is actually very nice. A bit mesmerizing, actually. Our story. Okay, this is obviously it still needs more work, I guess. You're still working on this, but no, looks good. Great work. Look forward to seeing how that goes, especially now that it's open source. What did everyone else think? Let me know what you thought. And who else have we got here? So I know we've been talking a lot about the open source project, but I'd be really keen to know who else we have. And yeah, you're looking forward to the weekend? The sun is shining in the UK. I know I've kind of partly blocked out my window. Actually, we should ask a question to Amadine. So Amadine, why do you want to block out your window? Is it for the sound or for the light as well, to have it more consistent? I've actually got a light on me at the moment, but you probably can't see it because the light from outside is just so strong. Abu Zir, good to have you here. Yeah, open source is for everyone, and with the E and the O in capitals. Love that. Yeah, awesome. So true. Open source is for everyone. I agree. Absolutely. And yeah, how we're doing, it's almost like halfway through our lunchtime coffee, but it's only me doing the talking. What are you up to? What did you get up to last night? What are you doing tonight? And how's everyone's work going? I saw in one of the Slack channels I was in, people were having some challenges. A lot of people getting furloughed, which means their jobs put on hold for like 3 months. I saw other people losing their job. It's quite a tough time. I hope everyone's coping okay, and if there's anything I can do to help, let me know, and I will gladly help as much as I can. I'll ask my network, see if I can connect you with people. So do let me know. Amadine says it's It's for the light. It's hard to control the light when you have natural light changing, especially during my stream. Yeah, it's true. Especially when the clouds come in, it suddenly goes dark and then goes light, and you see the camera trying to adjust like the white balance and the ISO and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I agree. That's something that I want to really do as well. Hopefully, this weekend, hopefully by my stream on Monday, my lunchtime stream on Monday, I will have maybe not it completely finished, but enough to stop a lot of the harsh light kind of crazy affecting my stream as well. I've been playing with Redux, but now I'm trying React with RxJS. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, I'm interested in how you get on. I know the React people love Redux, but with RxJS, I think it's a lot more powerful and gets less messy, I think. So I'm interested to know how you get on, and if you've got any open source projects that you're doing React with RxJS, share a link and I'll have a look and see. I'm interested to know, because RxJS is pretty awesome. I mean, it's quite a monster. There's so much to figure out. They've just deprecated, or very quite recently deprecated, fork join. So, and then also they've deprecated, I can't think what it's called, result selector on all the maps, on your switch maps and so forth. So then you, I should probably bring your one up as well. Yeah, so the way they recommend it is by nesting pipes, which is quite interesting because nesting pipes used to be unpopular and not recommended. So now in RxJS they're saying to nest the pipe, only one deep, so two in total, and to avoid using the result selector that's now deprecated. So it's actually yeah, it's going to be interesting times. We'll see how it goes. I'll just put my socials all on the bottom if anyone wants to follow me on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. It should be kind of spinning across the bottom now. But good to hear that you're pushing forward Abuzir and stuff, and it's good to hear what tech you're using. You know, let us know, keep us posted on how it all goes, especially if you've got any open source projects. So what's everyone else learning? Come on, this is the time for learning. So I know Amadine's doing a lot in live streaming and video, which is awesome, and content creation, which is great. And her latest video was epic. And we've got Diraj doing new website, open source, which we showed on the stream shortly. Umesh, what are you up to? You've been very quiet now, so thank you again for your donation. What have you been up to? Let me know. Idris, what's your computer monitor setup like? I was showing this before, but I'm glad to show you again. So it's probably boring for everyone who's seen this already. So this is kind of what my setup is like, and I actually did not live stream. I did a call yesterday explaining the setup that I've got to some people who want to set up a studio. But it's probably overkill for what most people need. But I do have a streaming PC here, and the output from my Mac, because I want to use my Mac for developing and working, etc. The output from this monitor is duplicated, which goes into this PC. But then also when I'm on a call and I want to use what you see here, me switching between cameras, me bringing in my socials, me bringing in like my title or whatever, these sorts of things, I want to use that on calls. So then I have the output from the PC going back to the Mac. So it's kind of like two ways, inception. But that's because, yeah, it allows me to then get the output from both directions. And yeah, this is my iMac Pro powering all three screens down here. And then the PC connects to the screen above, but I'm doing remote desktop at the moment because I don't really need to do anything. I just needed to kind of click start stream and that's it. So that's why I just didn't bother putting on the screen. You know, be efficient, save power, etc., and so on. So hopefully that helps with my screens. Does that look good, Idris? Does that answer, I suppose, your question? If you have any more specific questions about what I'm using, like camera, microphone, etc., let me know. Abuzir says I've used RX Java in Kotlin Android app. It's good good cross framework and cross language pattern. Oh, nice, interesting to know that. I haven't actually used it apart from in JavaScript, so actually that's really useful to know that in other languages it works well. So that's really good. So thank you for letting me know, letting all of us know. I love it that you're sharing. Hackages, nice setup. Thank you very much, Hackages. I am proud of my setup, and I can do this all in live calls as well. So when I'm doing a call on Zoom or Skype, not that I do Skype, but Hangouts, whatever, I can do things like this, and I can switch things around and do all these sorts of things and share my screen, etc. And so yeah, I like that it comes across professional, even when I'm doing like a presentation on Zoom to my client or to a group of people or community. I can just bring in my titles like this. It all works the same for me. So my Stream Deck that I'm using on my desk, just I can use on calls as well, which I think is really, really useful to me. But thank you very much, Hackages. And I'm enjoying your live streams as well. I've missed a few. I missed the TypeScript one, JavaScript to TypeScript. So I'm sad that I missed that because that looked really good, but I will catch up on it. And if ever anyone wants to go check out Hackages, they do a lot of content creation on learning kind of JavaScript, TypeScript, and those sorts of things. So yeah, great to have you here, Hackages. Thanks for joining. Who is it from Hackages though? I'm curious. I speak to quite a few people at Hackages, so I wonder who is actually doing the typing on Hackages now. It would be good to, if I missed anything, was it hard to set up? So sorry, I missed that one. Idris, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Was it hard? It took years to set up, to financially save, and then to choose what I want and really think about it. So it took me a long time to get set up. I didn't know. I'm still doing it now, right? 6 years on, I've been working remotely for 6 years, and I'm still kind of making tweaks, like with the soundproofing, blocking out the light. The streaming PC is down here because I only got it a couple of weeks ago, so that's going to kind of go up on the side behind this screen. So it does take time, so you can't do it immediately. And I think you could get a setup for a fraction of the price now, because prices have really dropped on technology, and you don't need a lot of my stuff's overkill. It would be good one day to do tutorials on this setup. Yeah, a lot of people have asked, so I think that's a really, really good question. A lot of people have asked if I can do like a blog post, which I don't write, so it won't be a blog post, but if I could do like a video on the kit I use and what would be like an entry-level kit, recommended, and maybe like super crazy, like perfect, ideal, money's not a problem kit, and then people can kind of have a look and get an idea. So I probably should do something like that, and I will do something in the next few weeks. I think once I finish setting up my office with blocking out the light and everything's tied up and this machine's over there and cables are out of the way, I will do something so that I can then document it and explain to people, because you don't need, I have a really crazy expensive camera up here, and to get the same quality for a live stream or a call, you don't need that. I'm only using that because that's what I have, that's what I take to events with me and do my DevRel stuff. So that's why I'm using it. But for a fraction of the price, you can get the same quality. You wouldn't notice it on a stream. So I will share that. D-Raj says, thanks for visiting the site. I will solve all the issues as soon as I can. Just wanted to say, me and my friends have both put in the efforts. Awesome. No, it looks good. And I think I saw from the commits there were some other names. So it looks really good. So yeah, keep pushing forwards, and a little every day, right? Just every time you get 15 minutes, just make a little improvement, and imagine what will happen in a few weeks. Imagine what will happen in a few months. You'll go so much further. I love it. Hackages, I love it. Well done. Thank you, Hackages. We should do a collaboration together, actually, Hackages. So we should definitely do something on my YouTube channel, your YouTube channel, and we can do some community collab and get our communities to cross-pollinate, and yeah, I'm sure we can think of lots of topics. Create a YouTube channel, created a YouTube channel. This is Abuzir. 1 to 2 years ago. Created a few videos for Angular tutorials, but then kind of left it. Any suggestions from you? Would love it if you could see any video and comment. Yeah, let me open your YouTube channel and I'll have a look later on. But it's consistency. How do I open your channel? I get a really weird menu that says kind of block user, report user. I'm like, no, don't want to do that. Put user in timeout. No, I just want to go to their channel. Don't know why I can't. Is your channel just your name? I will search for it for you later on. I don't know why I can't just go to your channel. So I would be consistent though. You've got to put content out regularly. Not necessarily, I mean, they do recommend the same time, the same day every week, and I don't do that. but I think you've got to keep every week at least have one video going out and to build up that kind of consistency and authority. So I'd say just keep doing it, and I think there's a lot missing in the Angular world to do it, so I would recommend do it. Davey here. Hey Davey, nice to see you from Hackages. Are you in, where are you at the moment? Are you in Belgium? Last time I think I met you and your team in Brussels in FOSDEM conference. So Davey, good to see you here. Which microphone do I use? So I usually use, if I bring up this thing again, I usually use the Blue Yeti, but it's not being picked up today by the Windows PC. So I'm actually using the Rode Go wireless mic, which I don't usually use for streaming, but it's good if I go and draw on the whiteboard wall and I spin the camera around and the audio comes with me rather than I'm moving further away from the mic. So it's good for that. Amadine's right, improvements never end. It makes the journey interesting. Absolutely, which is why I love sharing my journey, because things are always changing all the time, and Amadine shares a lot of hers as well, which is really good. I actually wish more people shared their learnings, what they're doing, just as they went along. And for me, my delivery is video, but also my consumption is video. I think that's why it's my delivery. I don't read blog posts, I don't write blog posts. Okay, let's be honest, I can't read. So that's why I really prefer video, and I wish more people did it. And you don't have to go super polished and super perfect, because once you get started, you'll kind of improve it bit by bit as you learn and you get feedback and so forth. Loving the chats coming through. What have we got? Shout out to Davian's Points, please. I don't know what Davian Points is. Sounds like spam to me. Tell me what it is. How can I give you a shout out? I don't know what it is. D-Raj, I have little to do app in Django coming soon, maybe 3-4 days. Awesome. Keep learning and keep pushing forwards. Definitely. I started a challenge to contribute at least 2 times a day for 30 days. Open source every day. Yes. Shout out to that for sure, right? Open source every day. By the way, before I get to the other chat messages, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. It really helps my stats. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe and hit that bell button so you get notified when I go live and post a video. And tell your friends if you've got any techie friends or people who want to get into tech. Tell them about me. Tell them I'm kind of this kind of weird, crazy guy who usually wears a cap, as you can see today. Leela, good to have you here. How are you doing? I hope all is well. Hopefully I pronounced your name right. God, I'm so bad at names. Based in Amsterdam. Love Amsterdam. Davey, nice place to be. Hopefully everything's okay in Amsterdam in the current kind of crazy times. Hopefully it's okay. Everything's all right. Idris, how much stuff do you remember from your electronic engineering degree? Absolutely nothing. I kind of remember that there was a coffee machine near one of the rooms. Oh, you mean the actual like engineering, electronic stuff that we did? Yeah, nothing. And it was all theory and it was all out of date. I mean, my degree was good for me because I needed it to help me get organized. But in terms of the content from my degree, yeah, it was a waste of money and a waste of time. But I needed the degree-esque to kind of help me get organized with my time, my budget, just my personal stuff in terms of washing, cooking, all that. So I needed to go to university to achieve the life skills. But in terms of the degree, it's useless. Spectra, do you open source, bro? I don't know. What do you think? Shall I let people in the chat answer? Do I open source? I'm here to kind of get all of you open sourcing more. At least one contribution a day. I already done 3, 4 at the beginning, in the first half of this stream. That's pretty good. And you saw how easy it was, right? So, absolutely. Amsterdam is high on my list of places to visit from Joshua. Yes, Amsterdam is really cool. I was actually supposed to be there last month for KubeCon, but with the whole current climate, it got cancelled, which kind of sucked. Yeah, it was really good. Cycling everywhere in Amsterdam is really good. I went in winter last time I went, and oh my God, the wind is freezing. It's like really cold. Don't go in winter. Open source squad. And yes, open source is for everyone, as other people have said in the chat before. Who wants to, actually, let's hear from people in watching and in the chat. So So I know a lot of you contribute to open source. We saw Diraj's open source project, so we know that they contribute to open source. But who watching wants to contribute to open source but doesn't? For whatever reason, either you don't know how, you don't have the time, whatever it is, I want to see how I can help you. So if you want to contribute to open source and you don't yet, or if you do like once a year, then I mean regularly. So if you don't contribute to open source, like say once a week or even once a month, then I want to see what I can do to help. So let me know if that's you, and let me know why you don't contribute to open source more regularly than say once a month. Even like raising an issue, that's a contribution, don't forget. Fixing a typo, that's a contribution. So anything like that at all. But yeah, Spectra, all is well. I'm good, thank you. I hope you're good too. Idris, if your memory sucks so bad, how did you manage to get all A's and go to Warwick? Lucky guess. Like seriously, ask Andrew. Andrew's here. He was in the chat earlier on. Andrew, I cannot remember like what I had for breakfast this morning. I have such bad memory. I remember nothing. And I think, it also shows coding, you don't have to remember everything, right? Your IDE helps you, it auto-completes. It's important to know where to look for something rather than actually remember everything. Is to know where to look for it and what you would do to find it. I think that's much more valuable because you can't remember everything anyway, especially with so many frameworks, libraries, languages, technologies, etc. and so on. So yeah, just Warwick, A's, A level. Did I get A's? Must have done. I can't even remember. See, I can't even remember what I got. Yeah, just winged it. Just remembered enough to kind of get onto the next step, and then Warwick to get my 2 degrees. Yes, I got a master's in electronics. Again, just did enough to get by, really. I should for motivation. You had cereal, I wasn't there. I did have cereal, you're right. It was a pretty good guess. Like if people ask me what I have for breakfast or what I have for dessert, it's pretty much usually cereal. And cereal arrived yesterday. I was running out and eating some weird seed cereal, but which was just awful. But actually last night our food delivery arrived and most of it was there, and the one thing that was there was cereal, so super happy. I love the idea that you're a self-taught developer. I'm the first year in computer engineering student from Mumbai. I hate my year because it only has one programming subject. That's actually a really good, kind of a good point. In my electronic engineering degrees, I got 2, we did have a module on coding and I actually hated it. I despised it. I actually came up with all these weird excuses why I should do another module that wasn't coding, and I would help, or get my wife now, but at the time my girlfriend, to help me write letters to say why I should do other courses, other modules instead of coding. I had to do the minimum amount of coding at university because it was taught badly, and this is going back like 20 years, so maybe things have changed a little bit, maybe not. It was out of date. They were doing all this theory stuff. Like coding was awful. But doing coding at hackathons, which is how I got into coding just after uni, and I started loving it, and now I love it. You can see I contribute to open source, and I just love the whole community environment, the whole ecosystem. But my point is, I really didn't enjoy it at university, and it didn't help me at all in terms of coding at all. Yes, just make sure you do a lot of projects on the side and a lot of hackathons, and that's the best way to learn. Short time is memory is all you need to get education. You're right, just literally, I mean, Andrew's right. Andrew remembers everything, so he's a bit different. But just the night before, just cram everything and then go in and do the test. You'll be fine. No problem. We don't call him Eddie Goldfish Child for no reason. I'm going to freak now. People don't call me that to my face, but they probably should, and I would accept it. Memory's just so bad. Yeah, memory is terrible. Absolutely. At university, as Andrew says, at university I was the one running almost all the lab sessions. The teachers even turned to me to explain things to others. So I can relate to teachers that suck. Yeah, they just no clue, like really out of date. I mean, Andrew went to uni a similar time to me. I wonder if now things have changed and got better. I think probably not. Technology moves so fast and the school education system moves so slow that they're like the two extremes. Oh, 11 likes. Thanks everyone for giving me a thumbs up. If you haven't given me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Joshua says, I took a Java course in school. It was a mess and turned me off for years. Exactly right. Looking back now, geez, so much time I could have been coding had it been presented better. Like this, just got to bring it up. I think it's going to be over here. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. So at A level, I think I did one coding class to tested it. Uni, like I said, I had one module in both my degrees and detested it. And I could have been like, I don't know, 7 years probably. I could have got into it a lot sooner and been where I am now, like 7 years ago maybe. I don't know if it quite equates that way, but ahead is definitely what I'm, would have been ahead than what I am now. I love coding but hate the other subjects like physics or chemistry or engineering drawings. It's good that you love coding and university hasn't put you off. Lack of long-term memory is probably why you got a stream PC that wasn't Apple. Oh my god! Like I've actually got videos. This really makes me chuckle. Yes, you know, everyone who knows me and you know me, I'm all Apple like through and through. But streaming on an Apple is not great. And so after all my research and checking out, it has to be done on a PC to get the best quality. But I didn't want to buy a PC that was pre-built because it hasn't got the right spec, right? It's all the buzzwords and so forth. So Andrew convinced me, yes, the Andrew on the stream now, Andrew Cunliffe, convinced me, you can buy the components you want, you get the best components, you save money, and it'll be more kind of evenly distributed and have the better components for what I want to do, which is graphics card and processor. Building it was really stressful, and I actually took some videos of me building it, and I was going to publish them, but I didn't because it's literally me just like pulling my hair out, and that's why I'm kind of like bald now, pulling my hair out and just kind of going, what the hell's going on? In Apple, it just works. And yeah, in the PC world, it's just like things didn't quite fit, or I missed a razor, not a razor as in to shave, as in like a spacer. And I tried to like put the hard disk in, and it started bending the wrong way and creaking. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. And then I realized, I need to put like a spacer in to raise the clip. Oh, it was just freaking nightmare. Absolute freaking nightmare. But Andrew, thank you so much for your help. I'd call Andrew and get like my video camera, get my webcam. I'll put it above. I say, Andrew, what do I need to do here? And then with the liquid cooling system. And then when I turned it on, I was stressing so much and sweating. And I could actually hear the water going through the liquid cooling system. So I look, is there a leak onto the motherboard or something? Oh, so stressful. I'm glad it's working now. The only stress I have now is working with Windows and not detecting my microphone, but it did yesterday, so don't know why it's not working. So yes, my challenges. Let me catch up with the chat. I love that comment from Spectra, brilliant. Vamsi, I'm new to this channel. What's happening in this channel? Vamsi, this is just my kind of 1 hour everyday chilled session where I talk about either my setup a lot. I do love my setup. I do talk about this way too much, so apologies for everyone that's seen this and heard this all the time. And we talk about open source a lot and our challenges. So let us know in the chat what your challenges are and what you hope to achieve. So we chat tomorrow at 1 o'clock UK time, so the same time as today. You can let us know what you succeeded and if there's anything else that I can help you with. Spectra, I'll give you a thumbs up later. Can't seem to do it on the mobile while it's live. You have to close the live chat and then the thumbs up's behind it, but later's also fine. I trust you not to forget. Cheers. If you could go back now, what would you drop? Really good question. But in terms of what area? But what would you drop out? Would you drop out? Oh my God, see, I told you I can't read. I need people to send me videos or voice messages rather than text. If you could go back now, would you drop out? I think, will I drop out of uni? In hindsight, if I knew what I knew now, yes, but at the time I needed uni to get me organized. So if I could go back and tell myself, I wouldn't drop out, even though I came out with, a big debt from uni and so forth. But if I could go back and take what I know now in terms of experience, maybe not necessarily in terms of technology, then yes, because I think I'm more organized, I'm more mature now. But back then, I needed that process and that journey to mature me. So if I get a message to myself, no, I wouldn't. I'd say focus on coding and not doing it through university. Just do it on the side and have fun. I did invent something, a kind of a movie sharing system at uni. Well, I kind of, with some friends, put something together, but I won't talk about that on the stream because that's not allowed. Eddie talks and we ask him silly questions about tech. Got a silly question about tech, go ask him. Andrew, thank you for putting so much value on my stream. Silly questions. No, this is more the Eddie show rather than me actually coding. So Vamsi, well, I do coding and Angular and Firebase and open source stuff. So at the beginning of this, I was doing a bit of open source contributions, but yeah, mostly 1 till 2. I just every day just get everyone together and want them to share what they're working on and what they're doing. So I'm really keen for that, right? This whole isolation, really keen for people not to be isolated. So we have Andrew to blame. Yes, we do. Thank you, Spectra. Let's blame Andrew. Hang on, you were about to buy some pre-made Alienware for 30% more money and 50% less spec. Yeah, I was. But I wouldn't have had to like kill myself, pull my hair out and build it. But now that it's done, I am happier, so I'm grateful. So thank you very, very much, Andrew. I'm very grateful that we got there. I'm sure it is also underperforming because there is so much config and so much I can do, and I've just left everything on vanilla. I'm busy buying a Mac Pro. Yeah, have you not bought it? You need a Mac Pro and a really good camera, Andrew. So yes, do that so we can do some more live streams together on our other channel, Code Mortals. So if anyone hasn't subscribed to our other channel, go to the Code Mortals channel. We do a lot more kind of coding on there and tutorials around Angular and Firebase. You know, let me, Andrew, can you share a link in the chat, or I can do that. But that's, yeah, we do a lot more coding on that. On my channel, I want to have more conversations with people watching. I bring guests onto my channel. I do more those sorts of events. This weekend there's a hackathon, and I'm actually going to be doing some live streaming behind the scenes. So the organisers of the hackathon have approved that, and I need to just agree with them when and where. But probably around this time on Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to bring like 3, 4, or 5 people from each team at a time. They're going to talk about the challenge they're trying to solve, the technologies they're using, and also what challenges they've had technically. And then they can give us a demo of their project, and then I'll move on to the next team. So maybe 10, 15 minutes per team. So yeah, if you want to see behind the scenes of the hackathon, then join then. I will create the streams beforehand, hopefully, so you can set a reminder on YouTube. Andrew, have you bought the Mac Pro yet? Come on. When I get some income, we need to upgrade. I need to get some updated Apple gear. Yeah, I'm getting more and more disappointed with Apple, though, to be honest. I think they're not as good as they used to be, but they're still the best out there, but not as good as they used to be. Mumbai University has made students' life hell. They expect us to write long assignments like we have C programming this semester. C, wow. And I feel bad when I see my friends just copying down code. At university, I copied and pasted a lot of code. Really, I did. There's not much practical learning here. Real learning is self-learning. Yeah, you need to. It's the only way to learn is actually just kind of try and build a project, put it open source as well. So you can get your friends and the community to maybe give feedback, but also it kind of creates your history about you. So when you do apply for a job, people can see kind of your journey and your history and so forth. Oh my God, thanks Eddie, I found it. Was losing my mind the other day. Found what? What are we talking about? Oh yeah, the thumbs up. I forgot. Yes, you're welcome. No problem. Took me a while to find it as well once. I'm working on a facial attendance system for my uni to implement. Nice. That's pretty cool. Serious question, and I ask this to everybody. Is it open source? Like, can we go have a look at how it's going, what you're working on, and so forth? And if not, maybe you can make it open source. You might speak to the uni. It depends on who's paying for it and all the rest. But that would be very, very cool to see that and see what technologies you're using and what libraries. I mean, let us know in the chat what technologies you're using and some of the challenges that you are working on at the moment. I think that'd be really interesting. Andrew has put up Code Mortals YouTube channel. Is our join channel. Joint. How do you spell joint? You got to have a T in it? joined up. I can't read. You read it and let me know what you think. But yes, we do fun sessions. We do Friday night pub quiz, which is about geeky tech stuff. We do like retro gaming pub quiz questions on there. And we actually are writing a platform, open source, to manage that in real time so we can see people's scores. But also, what else are we doing? We do code, that's so funny. We have done code combats where Andrew and me have competed against each other and you, the audience, chose who should win. And I won a lot, so thank you all very much for voting for me. I'd really like to see a touchscreen at some point. Yes, Spectra, you're so right. I really see that missing on the Apple products. That really bugs me. I actually even thought about buying, is it the Microsoft Surface, the big one? It looks like an iMac, and you can angle it all the way flat and up. And that looked really, really interesting. Well, I've missed some chat messages. I can't keep up. This is awesome, loving this. This is great. Apple has done some disappointment, they have, absolutely. I want you to choose Vue, Angular, Bootstrap, Material. So Vue I haven't used, I hear it's really good. Between Material, I can join the two together, Material and Bootstrap. I mean, they both have their pros and cons. I think Material is a bit more involved, but you can do a lot more with it, and there's a lot more pre-made. So I do use a lot of Angular and Material, I do, absolutely. I want you to choose, let's come up again, Angular versus Vue. I don't know. Vue is pretty good. I hear it's the best of React and best of Angular. But remember, React is just a library. I think Vue is a framework, I'm not sure, but Angular is definitely a framework. So that's why it's always really good, especially for larger projects. But with their CLI, it's just as fast to get a project up and running as it is in React. It is bloody open source. Good vibes, good vibes. It is! Awesome. Yes, cool. Can you, what's the, don't share the full link because YouTube will remove it, but in the chat, can you share, or have you done it already? I don't think you have. Can you share the username / the project name so I can then go to GitHub and have a look? Maybe not in this stream because we're finishing in a few minutes. I always do, my lunchtime streams are a hard 1 hour and I have to get back to work and my client, you know. Someone's got to pay for all this kit, right? That's an easy one, T-Rash from Andrew. Angular, Firebase and Node is what I'm playing with at the moment. Yeah, Angular, Firebase and Node is pretty awesome. Joshua, do you have any open source projects where you're putting that, or is that all on private ones at the moment? Bootstrap versus Material. I'll let other people answer that one. Nice, Josh. It's really fun setup for making web apps. Yeah, it is. Amity, right now I'm trying to learn the foundations of ML. Not that I could implement it, but so I can talk about it and the tech we're working on with more confidence. I think that's really important. I think it's good for people, even if they're not the ones building it, to have an understanding of it. And I think they can give some more holistic views on it, because sometimes when you're working on it, yes, technically you might know more of the details, but then that's a negative as well, because then sometimes you don't kind of, you know, your blinkers are on, you're focused like so detailed, whereas someone else who knows more of an overview can say, well, have you thought about kind of looking over here or doing this? I think that's really important. That's really awesome, Amadine. We're using the stack to build a game platform at the moment too. We use for the quiz, but we'll also make it multiplayer games and leadership. Yeah, we have lots of ambitions for the platform. We just need to find time to work on it. But it is open source, so hopefully you can join us on a stream this weekend where Andrew and me will be working on that platform. It's open source and you can come pair with us and work on it. Surface Studio was overpriced for the specs though. Yeah, I heard it looked really expensive. It did look I think it was like more expensive than the iMac, and I was just like, even the iMac Pro, I think it was competing with the iMac Pro, which is some serious money. Good to see so many people learning new things and being more curious about tech right now. Yeah, absolutely, I love that. I mean, it's so important to people keep pushing forwards and not just binging on Netflix. I mean, it's good to have a break, don't get me wrong, but do something kind of constructive. I'm just chewing through so much, you know, YouTube content. I'm talking about funny cat videos or whatever, although I usually watch rabbit videos, but just educational stuff. Today is a do stream. Spectra, trust you to come up with that. That's quite funny. I have to bring that up on the screen. I'd rather choose Vue because there's more community support rather than a big community. Well, that's fair enough. Interesting to see. Andrew, is it open source? Can I contribute? I would like to contribute if I can. I have very little open source experience. Yeah, awesome. Andrew, share a link in the chat to the project. It is open source. It's on our Code Mortals GitHub. So everything is Code Mortals for Code Mortals. So on GitHub, YouTube, socials, etc. And it is. I think we've called it Pub Quiz at the moment, but we've got to think of renaming it to like Game something. I can't remember. Andrew will tell you. I forget. I told you my memory is terrible. So, but I haven't forgotten that you all should give me a thumbs up in the video if you haven't done it already, and subscribe and click that bell button. Right, we've got 1 minute left. Okay, I might go a couple of minutes over because there's some awesome chat here I need to go through. I don't believe in metrics like that. People love to throw vanity stats. It's true. The community support is there for Angular. Plus, the main plus is you're having something pure. Yeah, I agree. I mean, the vanity metrics. So when people say, "Oh, my video got like 10,000 views," how many comments did you get? How many thumbs up did you get? And they were like, none. I'm like, well, the views are kind of then pointless. So for me, I'd rather have comments on a video than views. If I get, say, I don't know, only 100 views, but I got 30 comments, and I think that adds a lot more value to me and to the audience. So yeah, the vanity metrics aren't very, very good. And just commenting about Vue, I'll let him talk about that because I don't really know about Vue. But yeah, do experiment with the different frameworks and libraries and see what works for you. We have Vasim's GitHub. Oh, I will have to look at that next time. I can't copy and paste it from. I can copy and paste it from here. It's going to bring me up the whole menu. But it's something I'll look at next time. So remind me on the next stream that we will have a look at that. Unfortunately, we haven't got time now. I'm trying to just put it in my browser so I don't forget. But yes, you've got a README as well. Cool. Okay, we will have a look at that another time. Remind me, next live stream, same time tomorrow, we will have a look at your open source project. Really looking forward to looking at that. A Tumblr group I was part of came together and started an open source AI learning group, but it's currently inactive. Joshua, Kickstarter, get it going. Now's the time for people to start things and to invest in yourself, just in your time to learning and in your equipment. I think like this, as I said, this streaming PC I've only had a couple of weeks, and I was like, my clients are reducing at the moment, so I'm having less income. But you know what? I want to do more live streaming. I want to do more for the community. I want to put myself out there so other clients can discover me. So I invested in this computer and this live streaming to up my my game. Let me remove this doo-doo stream. I thought that was still up there. Should have reminded me. But my point is, now is the time to invest in you. If it's in tech, in education, in everything. Like really invest in yourself. Now is the time to stand out more. And you have to stand out more when you aren't meeting people at events, and everyone is putting out more and more content now. So you need to add more and more value to you and to your community. So definitely do that. By the way, I've taken part in a hackathon too. Nice, it's going to be fun, my first hackathon. Which hackathon have you taken part of? Diraj, let me know, I'd be curious to know. Right, I have a call with Barclays now to fix up the Open Banking API. We'll explain what's wrong. Have a good day. Andrew, catch you in a bit. I need to jump on another call as well, so I need to go in a minute too. Joshua says he's followed Code Mortals on GitHub. Thanks for the stream, Andy. Look, thank you all. I loved all the chat, the messages, the contributions. Loved it. So thank you all for joining. I really, really appreciate it. And anything that I can do to help you, let me know. And we'll look at Vamsi's GitHub, open source GitHub repo in the next live stream. So Vamsi, do remind me next live stream and we'll definitely have a look at that. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. And remember what challenges you have today. Hopefully you get sorted by our call at the same time tomorrow, where we all catch up. And yeah, just have a great day, and I look forward to seeing all you awesome people, same time, same place tomorrow. You know where I'll be. Hopefully I'll see you there.